He told me, he literally told me that was like the worst appendix he's done. And I was like, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tierra, for those of you who are new here. And girl, we are doing 12 days until Christmas. We are posting every day up until Christmas. And I'm going to give you guys a life update on how I had surgery. So yes, I'm also going to be talking you guys through this nice holiday halo glow eye look. So make sure you stay tuned so you can see how I achieved this. Okay, so y'all know I did my brows first, of course, off camera. Okay, so we're going to use some tape for this look because I really want my eyeshadow to be, you know, sharp. And it's basically to make sure my eyeshadow is nice and sharp and I don't have to like clean up anything later. So I'm going to use my all-time fave, the Coffee Shop Juvia's Place. It is linked down below for you guys to get it. This is like a go-to everyday palette. It has all the shades you need. Okay, girl, let's get into the tea. So I know y'all see the title, and I thought I'd start my little vlogmas or my 12 days to Christmas like this because this is my life update, y'all. I just had surgery. This was the first time I had surgery, and I was terrified, okay? And I just want to be clear that this was not planned. Like, this wasn't like a planned surgery. Yeah, so I was having some stomach pain, lower stomach pain on my right side. This particular week, this happened 3 weeks ago, I had surgery. So I was having lower pain, but it was like excruciating pain. So the beginning of the week is when it started. Towards the end of the week, Thursday, that's when I really like couldn't walk. Like, I could not walk. Don't get me wrong, obviously I'm thinking in my mind, I gotta go to the hospital. I have to go to the doctor. I gotta see what's going on. And I knew that week my period was coming on. So I was thinking, okay, my period's about to come on. I know the symptoms of that. So let's still do our makeup, girl, while I tell this. Let's go in with this one here. And so, yeah, I'm like, okay, I need to go to the doctor. I'm telling my boyfriend, he's like pushing me, yeah, you need to go to the doctor. But I had so much going on that week, you guys. Like, I was stressed about so much. So went to the doctor Friday morning. I called out of work. I go to doctor's care. So I just went to like just a quick doctor's care facility to get checked out quick, you know, because y'all know going to the hospital is going to take a little minute, ER, yada yada. So I went, and that doctor was like, you need to go to the emergency room. And I'm like, okay. The way you're in pain is making me think this is your appendix. So I'm gonna grab a smaller like pencil brush, and we're gonna go in that inner corner. I'm gonna go in with the same shade that I use for my outer corner. Make sure, if you do have hooded eyes, make sure you look straight and just focus on that inner corner there, kind of right where your crease is. So yeah, where was I? So yeah, so he's like, so he had me, I'm at this is doctor's care still. So he had me lay down, and he was just doing like basically like a physical type of exam. And he was just touching everywhere around my stomach. Wanted me to give him either 1 to 10 where the pain was. So when he pressed down on my lower right stomach, I said 10, and he like looked at me. He was like, yeah, you need to go to the ER like now. I'm not calling nobody. The only person I'm really in contact with is my boyfriend, because he knows I went to the doctor Friday morning. He was with me. He saw I was in pain. He pushed me to go Thursday night, but I was being stubborn, so I went Friday morning. And so I head straight to the ER from doctor's care, and I go in. I tell the lady, hey, doctor's care recommend I come here. I'm having lower pain. They think it's my appendix, yada yada yada. She's like, okay, well, here, fill this out and have a seat. So fill out my paperwork, and they didn't take long for them to call me back, I will say. So they called me back, and Of course, they're taking blood pressure, my temperature, all of that. It's crazy. Like, that day went left so fast, so fast. And he was like, okay, we're gonna take some blood, we're gonna do a scan, all that, CT scan and all that. So I'm like, okay. Did the CT scan, go back in the little waiting area, waiting for the results. Of course, that was another 45 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna take this darker shade and we're gonna go over where we put the brown and kind of just deepen that. So yeah, so I'm waiting for my CT scan and blood work and everything, and he comes around the corner and he says, ma'am, and he's like, ma'am, it's your appendix. You have appendicitis. Okay. So what does that mean exactly? What does that mean? He was like, yeah, we need to get that out now, today. What do you mean, like, get out? Like, you need to have surgery. Surgery? Who? Me? Now? When? Now. He was like so straightforward and serious, and that's how I knew. I'm thinking about all kinds of things. He's looking at me like, yeah, so if you had plans, you need to cancel those. Now, today, I'm going to have surgery. So I start freaking out. I start shaking. And this is him, like, cause he said he had to go talk to the surgeon first to make sure like a room was clear and everything. So he's kind of like gone already. So I'm sitting in the chair like, mind you, I've never had surgery, you guys. Never had surgery, so I'm freaking out, okay? I'm freaking out. Give me some grace. So I want to deepen it just a little more. So I'm going with this darkest brown shade. Okay, I'm not going to put any more in the inner corners. I think it's fine. Okay, back to the story. So first person I think of calling is my boyfriend, because he knows I'm already here. He knows I went to the doctor for this. I didn't want to call my mom just yet because I knew they were already on their way to Charleston. They haven't left yet, but they were on their way to Charleston. So I didn't want to freak out my mom. When the nurse came back in the room, he was like, yeah, so follow me this way so we can prep you. And I'm like, okay, hold on. Let me call somebody. Let me tell somebody that I'm about to have surgery. So I called my boyfriend just because I knew he would be able to just tell everybody. Freaking out, he's trying to calm me down. They sit me down, they start taking off my shirt, and I'm like, they're like, okay, we need to put this on you and this on you, and they start putting stickers and stuff all over my chest and blood pressure. It's just everything. They hooking me up to make sure my body is ready for surgery. My hand, I was shaking, you guys. I was like this, and it was like 6 of them just all over me, and I'm just looking like, I remember the nurse looking at me. She was like, it's okay, it's gonna be fine, you just gotta calm down, da 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 da. Do you need anything? Do you need some warm blankets? And I'm looking at her like, I just closed my eyes and I just prayed. I prayed and I said, God, I don't know what's going on. Please be with me, please guide me, please guide these nurses, these doctors, the surgeon, whoever is gonna be doing whatever to me. Please, please calm my nerves, please. I need to figure out what shimmer I'm going to use. I'm going to go with the Sephora Sequence Effect. I will have this listed below. I feel like this gives me holiday all the way. So I'm just going to use my finger and we're just going to place that right in the center. So I'm going to make sure I get it really good on the lid. On the lid part. And then I'm going to go up a little bit. You know, this is what gives that like halo look. So try to go up a little bit, not too much. Okay, so now that we got that on, we'll go back in with our brush. I'm just going to take a clean brush, kind of more blended in, kind of transitioning, a little more clean. Kind of darken that inner corner as you're blending. Okay, I don't want my shimmer to get lost, girl. So I'm going to put a little more back on. I hope it's even because I've been talking. Okay, so where was I? So yes, I'm sitting there waiting, and it's like every step was like a 30-minute wait. 30 minutes to get the CT scan, 30 minutes to get my blood work results back, 30 minutes for this, 30 minutes, like everything was just, so anxiety was just building. Finally, my boyfriend gets there, and he's just like shaking his head, just looking like, it's gonna be okay, babe, don't worry about it, it's gonna be quick. I'm shaking. So like 2 or 3 nurses come in and they check on me, like, hey, how you doing, this and that. There is a room ready for you. They're gonna get you in at 5:30. They're telling me the date and time. Like I said, y'all, my mind is still like surgery. Okay, so I'm gonna take a eyeliner just so we can get a little wing going. I just want a small little wing. See, and let's take this tape off and hope that everything looks even, girl. Ow. Okay. Okay. Maybe good. I haven't used tape in so long. That's an old school trick, y'all. I'm gonna use just this Smashbox primer. We're gonna do the face pretty quick. So yeah, so all the nurses are coming in and out, checking my numbers each time, checking my IV, giving me all these meds, like all these drugs, just drugging me up, girl. You know, like, y'all know that episode of SpongeBob? That was me. So we go in the next room, which is the prep for the oral prep. I don't know. It was just another room. And then the next step was going to be surgery. They came and talked to me about the anesthesia, asked me was I allergic to anything, this and that. And he was talking to me and he was just like, I promise you, you're just going to blink and it's going to be over with. It's going to take 2 seconds. And I'm like, I'm going to use my NARS foundation. So yeah, so I'm like, okay, you know, listening and just taking a deep breath. I think I was thinking about just obviously the surgery, but the after effects and how my body was really gonna, you know, take all this. I lay down, so they take me away from my boyfriend, so it's just me and these doctors and then the surgeon. And they came in and basically I blinked and I was gone, girl. I wake up and I'm literally like looking back and forth with my big eyes, looking like, what in the world is going on? I told my boyfriend, I told everybody it was going to be like an hour surgery, but they always do 40 minutes after just to make sure I'm up and anesthesia, you know, wears off or whatever. So I wasn't near nobody. I was by myself when I woke up. So I was just looking around, and I remember her coming. She was like, hey Miss Campbell, how you doing? I'm like, girl, who are you? I didn't know, like, nothing was clicking yet. Like, and that's why I said that anesthesia is crazy. Like, I don't know, it's just crazy. But I finally everything was coming back to me, like, okay, I went to the doctor and then I had surgery. I just had surgery. That's why I'm waking up like that. Okay, I understand. They were like, you want us to call your boyfriend? I'm like, please. Using my Fenty Beauty. I love this concealer, y'all. This concealer is fire. And then I'm gonna take my Too Faced Butterscotch. Then I'm gonna take my e.l.f. Halo Glow to contour. Alright, so we're gonna let that sit. I'm gonna go ahead and start blending out my contour. This is a good contour for beginners. I'm also gonna do some liquid blush. I use my e.l.f. liquid blush. Y'all know I love this blush. I'm a blush girly. If you're not a blush girl, don't put as much as I did. If you do, you just gotta know how to blend. So where am I at? Yeah, I got out of surgery. I called my boyfriend. I think I was just still out of it, if I'm not mistaken. But I just was like, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. I think my mom and them just arrived. Can't remember who all was in the room, like, right when I got out. But I remember seeing my mom maybe 15-20 minutes later, because I was in a lot of pain when I got out. It wasn't like excruciating pain, but it was like uncomfortable pain. And I remember the nurse coming and she's like, okay, we're gonna give you something to kind of, you know, calm that pain down and da-da-da. And I think it just put me to sleep, honestly. And I remember just crying when I saw my mom. I just felt so, it was more just relieved, like, Mommy. Yes, that was a mommy moment. Like, mama, I just had surgery, mama. I had to stay over. They were like, for sure you're staying overnight. And the doctor came and talked to me, the surgeon came and talked to me, and he was like, that was pretty bad. You know, he told me that was like the worst he's seen. Like like I had a rupture, and where it ruptured, like the infection like spread it all over, and he was like, it was really messy in there. Like he literally told me that was like the worst appendix he's done. And I was like, what? When you came in, we thought you would be in way more pain than you were. Like they said, the way it was looking, I should have been like throwing up, I should have had a fever, I should have been just not well. But I was just like, hi, I'm having lower stomach pain. But I will say Thursday night, the day before I went to the doctor, I was in a lot of pain, like standing up, and I couldn't walk. I don't know if it was God just trying to get me through the day and to have the surgery and get it taken out, yada yada yada. This is the 402 setting brush. I told you guys about this brush for blending my concealer. So yeah, he told me it was bad. He was like, it was really bad in there. He was like, you needed that to be gone. Like he did it the camera way, so he went through my belly button with the camera, and then there's like a incision under my belly button, and then there's one to the left. My belly button is taking a little minute to heal, but there's no like pain. He was really stressing how happy he was I came in, because the way the infection spread it was like you would have caused some stuff, girl. Earlier that week, I was Googling stuff, and every time I Googled something, it was like appendix. And of course, I read how, you know, it can become infected and it can be fatal. And that was just the reality of what I feel like he was trying to tell me. And so, you know, him saying that was like really scary for me to hear that. And like I said before, y'all, I was just like, thank you, God. Like, thank you for bringing me here. As much as I was, you know, being scared and, well, can we push this off till like January? Like it's Christmas. Being at how bad it was, he wanted to keep me overnight to make sure all the infection's gone. So I did stay 2 nights in the hospital, just because they needed to watch me and make sure everything was cleaned out. Yeah, I was in the hospital for like 2 nights. It wasn't too bad. I finally got discharged Sunday, which I was thankful for because I was ready to get home. And, you know, he gave me all this paperwork. Put me out for 2 weeks from work. Yeah, I was home, and basically I couldn't, not that I couldn't shower, but I couldn't get my like stomach area like wet. I forgot this part, y'all. So remember I told y'all that week, that was the week my period was supposed to come on. I knew it was, so that's why I kept thinking it was that. Y'all, my period comes on that Friday as I'm going into surgery. So, you know, and they're doctors and they seen it all, so they're looking like, girl, lay down, you're fine. I'm putting some setting powder under my eyes just to set that concealer. So yeah, my period's on, and I'm like, oh my gosh, please. But, you know, that obviously was not a stopping point for them. They're like, girl, you are fine. But the nurses were really good. They helped me get in and out of bed, change my pad every now and then. But it was also painful because, you know, it was painful for me to get up and walk after having that surgery. So when reason why I was annoyed with my period being on, because it was like, well, I'm gonna have to change my pad, like, so it was gonna be a lot of getting up and pain and all that. My mom was there and she helped me a lot with changing that, and my boyfriend and all like that. So trust me, y'all, I had so much support, and I'm thankful for my family. Like, I'm thankful for my family, and I'm also thankful for my boyfriend, because when we got home, he was a lot of help. Those 2 weeks, I had to get my strength back. Like, I was so weak and just tired. Like, just me standing up made me want to just sit down and go back to sleep. Like, it was really draining. I'm gonna just put some powder there. That way we can do our under eye. So I'm gonna take this fluffy brush. We have to put some dark brown on the outer corner here. I'm gonna get a white eyeliner. And what's going on with this? Is it broke? I think this is from the beauty supply store. And I'm just gonna put that on my waterline. See if it gives like a little holiday vibe. I don't even think some of this is coming out. Ooh, wait a minute. Kind of like, I never use white eyeliner. This is cute. So I'm gonna take my Maybelline Fit Me powder. And see how my blush kind of calmed down once I did like my concealer, my setting powder, my Juvia's Place Volume 1. Oh, I forgot to put on bronzer. So let me get some bronzer. Hold on. I'm going to use my NARS Karimba bronzer. I know I love me some NARS. And then, okay, I'm going to go ahead and put my lashes on. Best trick, you guys, is to get a mirror and look down so you can see your line. Okay, I'm going to let my lash glue dry. So I'm going to go ahead and take my Lancome, the booster. So it's like a primer to make your eyelashes pop. Apply that first, and then we'll apply mascara. And yes, it's white and then it'll clear when it's dry. I'm gonna take my eyeliner and kind of go over that lash band just to make sure it's black. So yeah, y'all, I was out for 2 weeks of work, and during that time I just, you know, was resting up, taking care of myself, and really being lazy and drowsy because the medication was making me so drowsy. So it is now 2 weeks later when I'm recording this video, so I am doing very good. I did do my follow-up a couple days ago, so the surgeon checked everything. All my incisions are healing good. I am doing good. I have no more pain, you guys, and no appendix. I don't know, that experience was crazy. Like, I just still can't believe it. So I'm going to use this mascara that I got from Lancome. They sent me it in like a PR box. I guess I gotta do my lip now. But as far as the story, that is the story. But I am doing well, you guys. I'm doing so good. I really appreciate all the calls, the text message, the voicemails, the DMs. Everybody was checking on me, and I really appreciate it. I'm doing much better. Okay, I brought y'all in a little closer because I wanted you guys to see the lip combo I used. I used Days Beauty lip liner, Lancome self-revealing lipstick. It's really pretty, part of their nudes collection. And then I went in also with their Juicy Tube. Y'all, this lip gloss is bopping, okay? So I used that. I also got that in the PR box that Lancome sent me. And then I wanted you guys to get a closer look at the eyes. So pretty. Okay, you guys, I think this is the finished look. Nice holiday halo eye look for you guys, and my story on how I got my appendix removed. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and also hit that bell so you'll be notified when I post. Again, you guys, 12 days of Christmas, so make sure you get notified when I post so you can be on it. And I will see you guys in my next video.